Welcome back to the channel, and today we need to install this dashboard and that wiring harness into this 240Z. If you guys have been watching any of the other videos on this channel about this 240Z, you know about 8 years ago I pulled the dash out, pulled a bunch of stuff off the car in hopes of doing full restoration in a one-car garage apartment complex, and quickly got over my head and overwhelmed and left the project to sit where it's sat for the last 8 years or so. So now I need to get this dash in, this engine harness back in. Unfortunately, any of the bags that I had labeled, can't read any of the labels. This harness, I didn't label anything. I don't know where the brackets are. I don't know where the hardware is, so this is going to be a fun project. The dash itself is in good shape. All the gauges are in good shape. The dash cap, it has one, so that is, you know, good enough. It's whatever. This car isn't a concourse car, so the dash is great. The HVAC controls and all the entire heater core and all that I removed. It is rusted and corroded. I don't need heat. This isn't a winter car. It's just a when the weather's nice car. Later on down the road, once this car gets functional and semi-reliable, we'll look at putting a vintage air in it. $330, I got heat that probably works better than the factory heat. But anyways, we can move on to this harness. Let's get a close-up on this rat nest of a harness. Well, it looks like I do have a couple labels. This one says brake, C-A-R, brake car. No idea what that is. This one says oil pressure. Okay, got a sending unit. So that'll get us in the right direction. This looks like some kind of crappy connector. And this says ground distro. Okay, so this is probably a tack wire. Coolant temp. Nope, coolant temp sensor. So I got no idea really what this goes to. We got some nice butt connector connections. That's always nice. I might leave it, might try to clean it up. I'm not even sure what this plugs into, but that's somewhere in here. So that'll be something we need to look at. This is gonna be fun to tackle. But hopefully once I just get it through, I know that still got the firewall. So this is the inside firewall and this is outside firewall. So there we go. We already got to start. We'll just slowly start connecting things and eliminating things, and then we will be on our way to having this harness in. So here on the firewall, the hole to the left is the body harness hole. So let's go ahead and thread the harness in and we'll go from there. Harness is in through the firewall. Start figuring out where these connections go. I forgot we also have my headlight connections. So some of those need to connect to the headlights and the horn and random things like that. But step one is at least just lay the harness in. So let's take a look at the inside and see what we're working with. I got a couple bolts here, got 3 right here. Here's the main part that it attaches to. So looks like your normal M8 bolt. We'll try some of those. I remember there's 2 brackets that go here, and then these 2 brackets right here, and that's about it. Pretty simple. So we got the dash in. 2 people would have taken less than 4 and 5 minutes. 1 person, a little bit of a pain lining up the holes and trying to get the bolts in. But anyway, it's all bolted in. The fun part is figuring out where does this go? Where does this go? Where does this go? Where does that go? We've got a lot of wiring, so that will be on the list next. Essentially, my game plan is just 1 connector at a time, and hopefully process elimination we could get this thing in. But got it bolted in, columns bolted in. That's always kind of a pain, but it looks good. We're getting close to getting this car running. We're making some really good progress. Just an update. Got, I'd say 90% of the wires plugged in. Looks like a mess. Still got a few stragglers that I need to figure out where they go. I'm gonna need to go online, find the wiring diagram, and just see where they go, what colors are what, to double check. But so far it's going a lot quicker than I thought. Hopefully these are right. They look right. But I need to double check before I add power and short circuit something or blow fuses. But so far going a lot better than anticipated. The next thing I'm going to work on in the dash is installing the ignition. Looks like I got a butt connector, so at some point it was already repaired, but all it is 4 bolts, and I got some wires here, I got some wires down here. Hopefully something connects together. Wait a minute. I think I got it. Because this ignition only has 5 prongs, and this plug right here only has 5 prongs. Look at that. That goes there. There we have it. We now have a mostly installed dash harness. I think for this video, it's going to be all for today. And maybe the next video I'll touch in. This wiring is going to take a good amount of tracing and figure out where it's going. Unfortunately, I've got factory wires running to butt connectors to random color wires that are just cut off. So I have no idea where those go. I've got, I think, a starter wire going to a butt connector to some random yellow wire. So things aren't looking good. It's going to be a little bit of a headache. Another option that I need to do a little more research into is getting a replacement harness. Quick search, I've seen some rebuilt ones going for $800 just for the engine harness. That's too much money, not worth it. So I'll look around, maybe I could find a decent used one that hasn't been chopped up. Chances are though they are pretty hard to find a good wiring harness intact for not spending a lot of money. Most likely I end up just repairing this, taking all the butt connectors off and soldering in new wires, but I'll keep you up and we will see where this takes us.